Yeah, I called for my nurse, but she didn't come in. I called for my nurse, but she didn't come in. Get her out of here. Is this the exit right here?
Yep. Are you going to leave?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call y'all back. My alarm is going off at home, and I need to go see what's going
Do
on.
you have an idea?
I took it out. It's in the trash.
Okay.
What's the number that I could call back to get my result?
If you download My Health One, it'll all upload on there.
Not the CT scan.
So if you leave AMA, we can't give you the results over the phone.
So what do I have to do? Come back?
No.
I have to go see what's going on.
I mean, you could get your medical records. If you could call the main line and you can call medical records, you wouldn't be able to call the ER, but we would give you the results.
Can I come back up here?
Your doctor won't give you the results because you're leaving against medical advice.
Ma'am, my alarm is
I
going off
understand,
at
but
home.
we,
So
we
can you see if he have them already?
your results, your CT's not back.
She told me that the.
Your X-ray's back, your CT's not back. But here, I will give you this number.
So what do you want me to do? Come back and check in?
You'll have to.
Thank you.
If you call that line, just ask for medical records. We only go that route.
Medical records not going to help me tonight.
No.
I'll come back up here. Let me just go see what's going on. Do I need to sign anything that I'm leaving?
Yeah. Sign this line here.
My nurse, I called twice for her and she never came. They said that
She's with another patient. That's why.
I understand that, but I'm saying that she said that she was going to ask him because the lady that did the CT scan said that you can see it immediately. So just
He
to
would
see
do
was there
for the
anything on
X-ray.
it.
He would do a wet read. We don't do wet reads on CTs. We have to wait for a radiology report.
Okay.
Just right here on that line.
Can I have a copy of this? Will I be
Yeah.
able to have it? Okay. 376 Pasadena Boulevard apartment. 20. Yes. I am not at home, and it says that someone is in my apartment, and my internet is going off, and my alarm is off, and I don't have anybody else to live there. I live there by myself.
You want to wait for your results?
It's inside.
Oh,
No.
alarm going off. She has to go.
No.
Okay.
No, ma'am. And my when I was looking at the camera to see what was going on, the internet went out, and it should not be out at all. No, ma'am, I'm not at work. I'm right down the street. I was at the hospital. I'm right down the street. I'm gonna meet the officer there. Just drop it so I can pick it up. I'm sorry. No, not to my knowledge. No, ma'am, I don't. I know that there's not a power outage and there's no reason for uh, it to be cut off. I just checked it, went offline, and the only way that could happen is if it's turned off and the internet is turned off. 5 minutes. 2025. 909. I'm just getting in my car and walking out of the house. Getting in my car, finna go to the house right now. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye bye. Um. Um. With all the points, but I didn't tell them about none of that because that's a way to get on a 5150 if you don't then tell. Like, um, so the law and I felt each camera because I ain't been getting no updates. So when I went in to check my cameras, I was looking and the camera would never load. And the police cut it off, or the law off, and cut my internet off. And I ain't been able to get my camera back on. So when I go walk in the house, the camera won't be loaded and it won't be on to show when I actually came in the house. So going to the house, I called the police um, to see what's going on and to see why my internet is off and just to see what else I could do. I didn't want to hook it up to the other Wi-Fi because I think I would have to uninstall it and reinstall it. It made me kind of feel like they did it so that I could rush and leave the hospital and they wouldn't give me the results of my CT scan because I called and the lady was like, oh, we can't give it to you over the phone. So the lady had told me that it was already there. And Wanda had said when I was there, make sure you don't leave the hospital without seeing it. So it just looks like, because Wanda was like saying diseases on the phone on the low, like you got something already or whatever. I went to the doctor all the time in California because I was basically spending the night at the hospital every night to keep from being homeless on the street. So I don't have nothing but whatever they put in my food and whatever they done did up here in Bowling Green. But either way, they cut my camera off so that I would rush out of the hospital, you know what I'm saying, looking like you rushed out unannounced, you know what I'm saying, but I left because they cut my camera off. And I know they was in my apartment tonight, but I just came home because of that. So I told the lady I would come back to get the results of the CT scan. And they said, well, if you come back, you're going to have to check in all over again. that's crazy when I'm telling you, why I'm leaving and what's going on. So I'm going back to the house. I'm quite sure when I get here to log on the camera come back on. So it's basically looking like you running out of the hospital and you leaving, you know what I'm saying, without them telling you what's wrong or if there's anything even wrong. So that's just another game that they play. But I'm going home and I got my live on. The police just passed me and is headed to the house. So, like I said, I'm quite sure when I get here, they'll let the camera come back on. But it did not, it hasn't been on all this time. And a Honda Civic is right here by the house with tinted windows. And it's a gray SUV behind me. Nobody usually be over here in Bowling Green at this time of night. So, quite sure ain't nothing going on at the house. Ain't nobody been there but whoever the law done had in there and don't want my camera on. So, I'm gonna pull up at the house right now. I want my live to be on, and the police is right here in the front of me. You can't even go to the hospital in peace. They play so much. Like, this is obviously not for that, because they all turned off and lined up. It's 5, 6 of them out here. And they got their lights off, so they out here for another reason, obviously. Oh, is that why they turned my camera on? But I don't see them nowhere. All with their lights off and they not nowhere. Dang, all these cars out here. Oh, where do I park? Dang, where did they go? They ain't nowhere out here. And they keep calling. They called the phone. So they gotta be somewhere. Unless they up there in my. He walking so fast, Sir, I'm Miss Ketchup. I'm trying to park my car. So are they all up in there? Darn, I can't even park my car because they right there. So I'm gonna have to park on the end. Are y'all in my apartment?
No, ma'am, it's locked. We're
Okay.
not gonna kick the door in if we don't have knowing somebody right. If there's somebody else in there getting hurt. So if you don't mind, park, and then we'll get the key from you. If you don't mind, we'll just do a walkthrough to make sure ain't nobody in there. All right?
All right. I got a key right here.
Is it to the
I
dead
couldn't park anywhere else because y'all were blocking the space.
You're all right.
Okay, but
Yeah.
that's the key right there.
All right, but you're giving us consent to go into your home. Correct?
Yeah,
All right.
I am. Now, what is the other police at? That is crazy. What is they got going on out here? They doing something. Well, who cares? 131.35. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Nah, y'all good. Obviously, we turn the lights on.
Okay.
We walked through the whole apartment. There's nobody in here.
Okay.
And fly, expect something like that.
No, my internet and my camera is off.
Okay.
So,
I don't know quite what it is, but obviously there's nobody here. Here's your key back.
okay.
If anything else comes up, have you had issues with people breaking in the past?
That door frame. Right here.
I saw that when I came here. Yeah.
The door frame was like this, and when I moved in here, they came and they adjusted it. But excuse me, because I ran upstairs. It
I didn't mean to rush you.
No, you're good. I ran out of I was at the hospital.
What for?
I had they had an IV in. I took it out. I was getting some. No, but I probably have to go back.
Okay.
But I was there to get my head checked. I was in the results of a CT scan.
Okay.
But this right here is not enforced. Good.
Yeah,
So
I
the
see that.
door doesn't.
Yeah. I see where you're talking about. I talked to your apartment manager about that. That would make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, they came and I think they didn't.
Well, did you see this crack right here in the door?
Well, see, if you do this.
Yeah.
Watch this. See, that's all you gotta do.
Yeah, I got you.
And
Well,
so,
actually, when I got here, I wasn't able to open it. Like the deadbolt was in.
right.
Uh,
But see, when it's there, but it's not. I mean, of course, you would have to kick it and use force to get it open. But the other night, I came home and this window was in, and I don't really know how to pull my windows in. So I was at the hospital. I pulled up my app to check the events.
right.
They were all gone. The camera is off, and then the internet. And I know we're not having a power outage. So I freaked out. You know, it's late, and
Right now, I'm just gonna do like a basic. Hey, we came out here.
Okay.
It's gonna be listed as unfounded, not
Okay.
because it's not true, just because obviously there's nobody in here when you got here.
okay,
That being said, if you look at your phones and you say, oh, there's somebody in here, they just left before the officers got in here,
okay,
which is unlikely, just
Well, I
because
was
the
gonna-
deadbolt was in and there was nobody in here.
okay.
And we
I
checked, yeah.
I was gonna look to see on my phone if my camera
Well,
was even there, but I understand
I got
what
that.
you're saying.
Yeah, you know
Do
what?
you need to get anything from me?
I don't, but give me a call. Here's my business card. If you do find somebody on cameras, just give me a call. All right?
Okay, all right, and let's see, I don't know where my other phone is, but I'll find it. I hope I didn't drop it getting out of the car coming in. But, okay, officer, thank you so much.
You got two phones right here, man.
Yeah, I got 3.
Oh,
The
okay.
one is for work, and then the other is like my dash cam.
All right. Well,
All right,
no problem. You're good to go, all right?
all right, thank you so much. You have a great night.
You too.
Where is my phone? It was in my lap because I was talking on it. And now I don't even see it. turned on the internet and called my phone. So, let's see. Get my Alright, so tonight is February the 11th, 2026. I just left the emergency room from going to get checked, and the law turned my camera off. And I don't know if something's wrong with my internet or not, but my internet is working, but they turned my camera off, and it was a blue four-door Honda Civic here, identical to the one that is parked in the front. So that's the car that was in the house. Um, the police came in here, but when I pulled up, it was 5 police here, and they was all out of the car. Now, where they was, I have no idea. Um, so I don't know what the stage was for, but the police did whatever they did. Um, they came in the house. I was still downstairs getting my stuff out, and they came in the house, and my camera still ain't been on. So the law cut my camera off for a reason, and I still have not been able to get it cut back on. So I'm doing restart and everything, and it's not cutting back on, and it got internet. So let's see, I have to uninstall and reinstall it, and but they was in the house this evening, and they was driving a blue Honda Civic. The identical car is outside, and it had tinted windows on it, and that's the car that they was driving. And when I pulled up, they were leaving in the car, and it was a gray SUV outside, and the blue Honda Civic that's identical to the one outside was at the light, and I was turning in, and it was 2 police with me. So they turned the camera off, and I just felt that I needed to check on my house while I was home, and I mean while I was at the hospital, and that's what happened. So I didn't get to get the result. I didn't get to get the results of my test. So all right, so that is that. Let's see, and there's no other events prior to that. The last event was a motion at 9:34 and 9:25, and that's the last one. So, and the lawmate blocked the parking, so I had to park on the end, and I bet you that's where the blue Honda Civic was parked. So, let me get my stuff put up and try to get back to this hospital. Yeah, nothing. They borderline being nice nasty with me up there. I'm finna go back because I had to come
They
here.
borderline what?
Hold on a second. I'm trying to get my stuff together. Wait a minute. They borderline being nice nasty. But when I went when I the lady that did the test said that whenever you get when the tests get done, she said we automatically the doctor can see it immediately. The lady told me that. She was like, the CT scan, he get this immediately. So he will know what's going on right now. She was like, if ain't nothing going on, then he ain't gonna say nothing. She was like, but if something going on, he gonna come tell you. So I said, okay. So I had was on the phone with you getting the test results. So when the lady came in the room, I was writing down what she said or putting it in my phone what she said so I could tell you what she said about the test. So she was like, she said she did all the tests. So they kept switching the nurses out. So I wasn't ever able to talk to the same one because each one was coming in there saying different things. So long story short, I checked my camera at home and my camera was turned off and my internet. So I told them I gotta go see what's going on with my house. I'll be right back. I said, can I call to get the result of the CT? She said no. She had an attitude. So I said, well, call and talk to the doctor, whatever, when I come back. She said, you're gonna have to come back, check in, and do the whole process all over again. I said, why? I'm just running right down the street to see what's going on with my house. I'll be right back. Y'all ain't ready for me anyway. So she was like, no, no, and you're gonna be leaving against medical advice, just doing the most and being extra. When the other lady has said, I'm gonna go ask the doctor what's on the CT scan and I'll come right back. She said the scan is already back, but it's up to him if he wanna come tell you what's on it or not. So I said, okay. She said everything else
Yeah.
look, huh?
Oh my goodness. Hmm.
She said everything else looked good. So I said, okay. She said kidney function, heart function, all that stuff looks good and is in normal range. So I said, well, it got to be
My
something.
aunt still went downtown to respiratory therapist while I
Huh?
It's over there. Sure, she done called somebody. Got it. Got it. Got it set aside. Hold on, Chris. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm back.
So she said, so she's basically the lady that was the nurse that was talking to me left, went out. I never seen her no more. Then see the other one was there, but she didn't know what me and the other lady had talked about. But the other lady said, I'm going to talk to the doctor to see what's going on, what's on the lab, and then you know what I'm saying. If ain't nothing on there, we could go ahead and let you go. Because I said, well, what am I waiting on if all the other results are normal? She did say that the what you call the cells, the
Hold on. Because he be wanting her to cough. Like, they will. His baby is really like, seem like she had to cough. And so they be trying to get her to cough. So then when they do the respiratory thing, she cough and suction. And then everything gets normal. And then I guess time she laid back down, everything went back down. So I guess he's just frustrated because he's saying he want to go home. He said he don't want to rush her recovery, but he want to go home. Yeah, he said time sheet.
Yeah, I'm here.
What you got? Let's see. That's 907. That's 907. So just to be on the safe side, we just keep calling. All of this stuff. Yeah, respiratory distress is more important than that. That's why it's 87. Paula is 87, 82 11. Why do you call Alan D? So 907, 909. Paula, you want to go in and check on 907? Her dad was like her oxygen after all the time they respiratory therapies left, so I don't know. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
You sounded angry after that. Yeah. She's at 94.
Call if you need us. I'll call some surgeries.
Hold on.
Yeah, why do you keep saying hello if you're not on the phone?
Say what?
Why do you keep saying hello if you're not on the phone?
I am on the phone. You're the one that's talking.
I done said everything you didn't comment.
You said the last thing you left off was you asked could you go home and they said no because you'll be leaving to get some medical advice, which is that is correct. So now what else you want me to say?
That is not what I said. She was supposed to. I said, can I call to get the results? The other lady said she was gonna ask the doctor, could I go ahead and leave if nothing was on the CT scan? Because the lady told me that the doctor can read the CT scan right now. As soon as I, this is available for him immediately. This result you have to wait for. So they must have want her to tell me that because I told you when the other lady came in there and told me what they was doing and said the medicine and stuff, the doctor called her out of the room and she never mentioned anything else anymore about it. Never said nothing else about it. So then I said, well, she said she came back in the room and said, well, all your results did come in. Your heart looked good, your kidneys look good, your CBC looked good. And then she said, your white blood cell is like a count off, but it's not bad. She says nothing for us to be alarmed about.
Okay, so what was the end result?
I'm gonna go back up there. Now that I done checked on my house, I had to leave like a maniac. I had to come and check on my house. Now that I done did that, I asked her, could I come back and get the results? And she said, no, you're gonna have to check all the way back in all over again.
Charlie, you just better than like you playing. Because people don't believe you and they feel like they got issues.
I live right down the street from the hospital. I don't. It's not like, but it's not like at that the hospital is like Atlanta. I live right down 2 minutes from the hospital. It took me to get home. And I was in the room anyway. So whatever the reason was that whoever cut my camera off and my internet, that was important to me because it ain't like we had no power outage. So for whatever reason that went off, I don't know, but that was warranted for me to come home and see what's going on, especially if I ain't doing nothing but just sitting there. So to come back and check in all over again is absurd when I'm right there and the doctor right there. It's not like Bowling Green is a big place. This is a small place. It's like Ren's.
And hospitals don't run how Crystal wanted to run.
It's not about how
I'm finna go home and check my house. I'll be back. That's not how that goes. You're gonna be staying in the hospital or you're gonna leave against medical advice. And when you come back this time, they probably don't see you because you left against medical advice.
Well, if they don't see me, they don't want to see me anyway. Because wouldn't that be too convenient? Because you said, oh, well, when you leave, don't leave So it look like you don't like it's something wrong with you. Wouldn't that make sense to you? Wouldn't that make sense?
No, it makes sense if you came to the ER because you said something was wrong to wait and see what's going on.
Well, ain't nobody gonna sit in the ER with their alarm off and don't know what's going on and they don't ain't got no.
Ain't nobody think about no house alarm if they're at the emergency room.
Well, I did it. I checked my house and it was the reason to check it.
Well, okay, Krista, apparently there's nothing wrong. Still the same stuff. Okay. Don't call me tomorrow about the same incident, about your head hurting and all. I don't want to hear none of that. Don't call me tomorrow. I don't know, back if that's what you're doing.
I don't appreciate the tone like I'm a ignorant child. I don't understand what's all that for.
Whatever floats your boat, that's your health, not mine. That's your health, not mine. I'm just telling you, as of today, don't call me tomorrow with these same issues, telling me what's wrong with you. I don't hear it. I don't want to hear it. Go to the doctor, you sit and being a doctor, and you get the stupidest ideas.
Wanda, I don't have time for you. I don't have time
Okay,
for
I
you
don't
at
have
all.
time for you either, so stop calling me with foolishness. I don't have
That's
time.
not foolish. Just because you wouldn't do it don't mean it's foolish. Just because you wouldn't do it don't mean it's foolish.
Okay, it wasn't serious enough to leave the hospital.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
I'm not gonna get upset about what's wrong with you. Bye. Okay, good night.
Stupid ass FBI bitch. Get on my nerves. That's all they did. They knew I was going to have to go back to the hospital tonight. So now it looks like when I get up and go out tonight, it looks like now I'm going to do drug runs at night or leaving the house in the middle of the night to do Uber runs. So the FBI did it on purpose because I was in this house tonight. And they cut the camera off. And each time I go to the hospital, the FBI is using medical insurance. They done edited the whole registration process with the hospital. And when I went up there this time, they had catch-up insurance, catch-up name, Humana, and some policy number they done made up. That was not there the last time. And they still using my name as Crystal Jackson. And every time I go up there, they billing they own insurance. And they had Wanda, which is the FBI, on the phone, to use some company called Aetna. I'm not using none of their insurance. Then the doctor gonna tell me, why you ain't going to the doctor at your age like I'm old? They probably came in here and put drugs in here. I would be glad. They must have thought when I pulled up I was gonna be scared about all them cars out there. Not in the least bit. Not in the least. All they do is play games with people all day long. term. But Gwanda is the FBI for Georgia. So Gwanda tells Georgia, Gwanda speaks for Georgia and tells the FBI up here what to do and what to say. That's why she said when you go back up there, they shouldn't even see you because you ain't serious about your health. Girl, shut up. That FBI staged that whole thing. That's why that girl was in there nervous as hell when she was reading them directions with them California nurses' names swapping. They changed that entire registration. The last time they did not have no Humana insurance up there or none of that. They put that up there and changed the whole registration process and delayed the registration for me when I first got there because they was somewhere else with the phone. So they waited. It made me sit up there over almost an hour before they registered me in because the phone was nowhere. The phone was still out there in Tennessee. So they had to wait till Tennessee got up here with the phone or till the scout came in there for them to swap me out with. And then they said you could register. And they edited the entire registration process and put that Humana number up there and the policy number up there, which was not up there the first time. I would have took a picture of it just like I did tonight. And they took the New York phone number off there for catch up that was there and still had my name as Jackson, so that it looks like you going to the doctor, and they linked it to a wreck because they added that first part on the registration process that wasn't there before. So it looked like you came in for a wreck, and they had scouts up there posing for a wreck and sat me in the had all the seats full like they used to do in California, so you could sit somewhere whoever sat and had the wreck and swap out with them. So it looked like that's what you was up there at the hospital for. Wouldn't have to go to the hospital and wouldn't have to do nothing if they start poisoning my food. Like I said before, ain't nothing wrong with me. They poisoning my food. And this air in this car is poison with these 9 different VIN numbers that go to this car with all them scratches all over it. Should sue the mess out of Chevrolet. That's why they want to wreck this car so bad, because they know that VIN number bad. It don't make no sense for people to play games like that. You in a hospital and can't even get yourself situated because they be trying to cover too much. They ain't want to come in there and say ain't nothing wrong because they gonna be recorded. They gonna have to say ain't nothing wrong. So this is it. Then they come and say, well, we treating you for we gonna give you this for a migraine. I don't have migraines. Don't put me in the category with Vanna. I don't have migraines. I ain't never had no issues like that before. This is poison that's being put in my food. That's the only reason anything, anywhere is going on. Any shape, form, or fashion. They turned the camera off because they knew I was going to come home. And that's why Wanda said it. Well, don't be leaving so you could get to the bottom of what's going on. They ain't going to say, well, if you this and that and the other, then don't be running out of there. Let them treat you. So it look like you, like the doctor's steady telling you something wrong and you leaving and they trying to help you. That's how they like it to look. Make it look like you just keep going to the doctor over and over and over again, and every time you go, they billing that insurance company, and then turning it into California. So I was like, I shouldn't even take them bags in there, but I can't leave my stuff in the car because they come in the car just like they did when I was in there. Same people that be in your house be in the car, and then them same people that's in the car when you in the hospital be in your house, and then come back and be in the car as your Uber ride. So it really looked like you related to them people and that you know them people, and you don't know any of them. Quite sure they're gonna add the ambulance visit to the bill. That's what they used to do in California. Every time I went to the hospital at night, they used to come up there with the ambulance and add a bill. Saw the police come out, you want to go in the ambulance? No. We'll make no more bills. All they do is add insurance. That's all they do. Car insurance and medical insurance. Add it, add it, add it. And men be going to the doctor, still pretending to be me.